Boy howdy. Hello. Eh. Okay. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Very good. Very cool. Okay. I'll teach you that. Huh? Oh. 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 Oh my god. Okay. And action. Action. My name is James Randal. I'm 82 years old, and I have learned a thing or two in my time as a person on this earth. So I have decided to start a television show where you have decided to write in and ask me questions. We have used a Google form to take your questions, of which there are, well, hundreds. Before we start, can you hear me? You can hear me? What is it? You can hear me? You can hear it? Okay. You can hear me? Okay, very cool. Very good. Okay. Spaceboy, if I need help, I need somebody to read the questions. You can do it for me?
Yeah, I can read them.
Okay. Okay, you will read the questions, and I will answer them. Okay? Okay. Okay. Read me the first one.
Dear James, I play bass, but don't know how to get into the music industry. How do I become a jazz legend like you?
Oh, okay. First, you need to put down the bass and pick up a respectable instrument, like that of a flute, or perhaps a trombone, or perhaps a trumpet. And then, dear reader, you will send an email to the proper authorities of the music industry. At this point, tell them that you have a small child held at gunpoint, and if they don't give you a producer credit on a song, you will do it. Now, you do not need to go the extra mile and actually take the child hostage. It's unnecessary. However, you need to make them believe it. So maybe pay a small child to record a voice line of itself saying, "Please don't kill me with your gun." I hope this helps. I look forward to hearing your Spotify and music. Okay.
Okay, James, just...
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. Alright. I can't... What's that? Little joke we do in the music industry called stroke. Next question, please. Next question, please. A Spaceboy.
Okay. Dear James, I recently found out that my house has been getting fucked by other people. It's been really hard. That house was my first and only house. But it's been long enough, and I think I'm ready to go house hunting again. Any advice on how to find the house for me? Thanks, housefucker.
Okay. You've come to the right place. Here's the situation. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk turkey. Okay. You need to know your you need to know what league you are in. Perhaps your house has been getting fucked by others because you have found yourself in a mansion when you are more of a studio apartment type of person. That being said, my advice to you would be to aim lower and don't put don't put it. Don't put don't put realistically, aim lower and trust that if you are going to find the right house, that house will be brand new. And if that house has been fucked by others, it will tell you. You will be able to consult with the house and have an open and honest dialogue about all the people that have been inside it. Realtors, maybe at one point it was a hype house for the TikTok, also known as a gangbang. You will find that through an open and honest communication with this house, it will not need another fucker. It will only need you. So make sure to communicate to the house. However, houses cannot speak, so you will have to probably consume a profound amount of psychedelic drugs to make it appear to your brain that the house is speaking to you. Thank you, and I hope this solves your problem. Thank you for calling in to Ask James.
James, you should probably let them know that this is just a pilot episode of the show, and eventually we're going to do an episode where we, like, actually have live call-ins using Twitch's guest star feature.
Why do I have to tell them that? They heard you. You know how to use a computer. They heard you with your voice.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. I typically am, and that is why they are asking me for grandfatherly advice. Next question, please, Mr. Boy.
Dear James, the only girl that would ever spit in my mouth has passed away. I'm unsure where to go from here to get more spit. Please help.
Oh, a tale as old as time. If I could count how many men I've known in a similar position, I would run out of fingers. I'm real sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your dry mouth. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That being said, if I were in your position, I would take a mason jar. Every night before bed, I would hook into it. Into the jar. And then, at the end of the week, to satisfy my urges, I would take the filled jar and pour it into the mouth hole of a blow-up doll. From that point, I would lay down on my back and position the blow-up doll above me. I would then drain the blow-up doll's saliva into my mouth, and I would pretend through full immersion that the blow-up doll's spit is not my spit. Again, I'm sorry for your loss. I hope you can afford a blow-up doll. And next question, please.
Dear James, I've been working at a pizza place as a delivery person for about 5 months now. I really like driving and I make decent money. But the thing is, all my coworkers are double my age and I feel like I have nothing in common with them. So when I try to talk to them, it can be weird and awkward at times. WWJD, what would James do?
Oh, you deliver a pizza. Okay. Yes, you deliver a pizza. Very cool. I would like to order 1 pepperoni, please.
James, that's not what we're doing here. He asked you for advice.
My advice is that he do his job. No, I have only goofed to you. I am only goofed to you. I am only making a goof to you. Don't worry. I am only making you goofy. Here's the situation. Your co-workers are older than you. Oh boy, howdy, big whoopee. Big whoopee. Establish dominance by finding the oldest co-worker, taking them on a date, and then letting the others know I'm the one who dates the elderly here. And then they go, oh my god, he's the youngest here, but he dating the oldest. That's crazy. For example, if you have an 82-year-old co-worker, take them to dinner and order them frog legs. And then they will go back to work and report to all your co-workers. It says here your name is Steven. They will report, Steven made me eat a frog. And then you will have much to talk about with everybody. Because they will come to question you and say, Steven, how come you made Doris eat a frog? And then I don't think you will run out of things to talk about after that. I hope this advice is sufficient. I see we have a live chat. We have taken 3 questions from the submissions. Spaceboy, how about we take some from the live chat? We wish to have them tell them that they can ask questions, and I will take them from the live chat, and then we will go back to the submissions.
Uno reverse. They don't need me to tell them. Okay, oh, here's a good one.
Okay, where is the good one?
I was lying. None of these are good. Oh, here's an actual good one. Dear James, what should I do after I graduate?
Oh my god, you go to school and you watch this stream? This is for the uneducated and the stupid, don't you know this? Sorry, I hate to tell it to you. I am only a little bit joking. Okay. What should you do when you graduate? Well, there are so many options for what you should do when you graduate. Option 1 is college. You'll find a school of study. You study, you go to school, you study it. Option 2, go on to Instagram. Scroll on your For You page until you inevitably come across some annoying white man with a podcast telling you he can teach you how to make a lot of money through either real estate or drop shipping. If he's telling you real estate, he's probably old. If he's telling you drop shipping, he's probably 14 and owns a Lamborghini. Subscribe to their newsletter that will teach you how to get rich. And at this point, they will teach you everything you need to know. However, this will likely just make them more money and cost you money. So, alternatively, Make an Instagram account where you pretend to have a lot of money from real estate or drop shipping. And then at that point, people will subscribe to you to hear you tell them how to make a lot of money. And then you will get a lot of their money. Or you can go to college. College or Instagram, truthfully, are your two options. You can get an education or get that money. Okay.
Oh, here's a good one. Rock and Roll Geek says, Dear James, today for lunch I'm going to have a heartbreaker with cream. What beverage and music choice pairs best with it?
That's so crazy.
Are you gonna answer?
No.
Why?
I'm feeling goofy.
You can still answer if you're feeling goofy.
Ask me nicely.
What the fuck? What do you mean?
Okay, I will answer. A heartbreaker with cream pairs best with a non-carbonated beverage while sitting in a cool room, man, with a little bit of haze. There's a little bit of smoke billowing through the room. You got some jazz playing over the speakers. You grab that carbonated or non-carbonated, in my situation, beverage. You wrap your lips around the straw and you go... Lemonade. The lemon will enhance the flavors of the cream, and the jazz music will vibrate your joints in such a manner that the cheese on the burger will work its way right in. Okay. Next question.
Okay, let's take one from the online submissions. Interesting. Oh, dear James, if hypothetically I have been found with several tons of black tar heroin, could I try to convince the police that it's just grape Kool-Aid powder with a bit of water to make it a paste? Again, this is purely hypothetical. I do not, in fact, possess several tons of black tar heroin. Thank you. Sincerely, not a drug dealer.
Okay. I would like to place an order.
He said he's not a drug dealer.
Read between the lines. Excuse me. I would not like to place an order. Wink. 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 You know? Wink. You know? Next question.
All right. Here's a good one, James.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Dear James Randal.
Hello.
I'm writing this to you as I've recently faced a dilemma in my personal human experience. While I do certainly try my best to make that human experience better, I must ask, with the utmost urgency, how does one find a balance between a hobby and the rest of one's life? With sincerest gratitudes, Charlie, last name the 12th.
Okay, this is a good one. Very good, very cool. Hobbies are very important. To have a very important hobby is to be a very intelligent and to be very dedicated. Now, if you are too dedicated to this hobby, how you say, the juice may not be worth the squeeze. And if your hobby is juicing fruit, then I would say the juice will often be worth the squeeze. But if this hobby is costing you too much money, maybe you should dial it back. Alternative option, just give up everything else and go all in, balls to the wall on your hobby. For example, if you like to watch television for a hobby, quit your job and watch television 24 hours a day. Make sure to add in a little bit of time for going to the bathroom and sleeping. But if you breathe properly, you will not even need food. What you need to do is find a more efficient way to make your hobby consume the entirety of your life. Now, that should be very good and lead you to happiness. For example, I have a hobby where I look for my nephew. I do it all of the time. I try to find him. I try and I try and I try. But I can't find him. But if you love what you hobby, you will never work. If you love your hobby, you won't work. If you love what you do, you will never hobby a day in your life.
Look, James, I gotta cut it to you straight, man. I don't think you're giving these people good advice.
Shut the fuck up.
What do we got? What do we got? Dear James, I know what you did last summer. You cannot hide, nor can you run. I will find you. You will never rest peacefully. You will never be at ease. Everyone will know. P.S. What's your favorite type of mayonnaise? Would love to know.
Oh, thank you. Very cool. Yes, I believe most people know what I did last summer, and it was terrorism. I am a convicted terrorist, charged under the confines of the law with terrorism. However, everybody know it. So, go fuck yourself. I like helmet mayonnaise.
Hellman's?
Yes.
Okay, we got a good one, James. Hi, James. It's me, Peach.
Oh my god, hello. 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 They're the police.
Yep, I think that's who that is. Fictional character, but I'm sure that's fine.
What? What are you reading?
Nothing. It's me, Peach. I'm pregnant, and I have to push this bun out the oven real soon. I'm scared that my husband, fiance, and baby daddy's wife are gonna kill me. The father used to be the sheriff, and I'm also afraid he might push me down the stairs. He's been good with the pregnancy by getting me smokes and crack to help with the morning sickness. Do you think I should skip town or tell everyone that the baby belongs to my husband? Please help.
This is, I understand. This is a bit of a kerfuffle. In the base, we call this a love triangle. But considering there is a baby involved, we would call this a baby triangle. Thank you for your question, Peach. I do think you should tell. I think you should be honest with your husband. Tell him that you are having fears of him pushing you down the stairs. And make sure you have this conversation at the top of a staircase. So then you can truly check and trust test him to see if you can truly trust him. If he does not push you down the stairs, you can trust him, and that means he's not going to push you down the stairs. If he doesn't push you down the stairs, that means he is a trustworthy father helping you get your nicotine and crack fix. I hope this advice has come to find you well. I hope you are safe, and I hope you do not get pushed down the stairs by your husband.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. Thanks, James. Okay. All right. Well. Next question.
Yes, next question, please.
Hi, James. Hope you're doing well. I'm a 20-year-old male. I've been dating my girlfriend of nearly 6 years long distance. We finally met up 4 years after not seeing each other and fell in love. We're no perfect couple and really have our arguments from time to time, but we never threatened to break up or anything. Recently, I found out she was cheating on me. It was with a person in my friend group that we all knew but distanced themselves to do other things with their friends. It only happened for around 2 months because I'd previously been told my girlfriend made flirty comments from 2 months ago. When I found out that I was told by my girlfriend that she shut him down, nothing came of it. Fast forward to the day I found out, I was curious to see what she said to my girlfriend and found out that they just kind of kept talking afterwards and were super flirty and lots of talks about how they'd had sex and stuff. It was horrifying to read. I confronted her and apologized to me many times. Told me it wasn't my fault and she just enjoyed doing it and didn't actively think about it. The advice I need, James, is what is the next step do I take? So far, I've asked her what she expects from the future, and she wants to stay with me, which I also do because I don't think I could live in a world without her, but I still don't feel right. I feel like I should be doing more. It's just horrible, and I feel like I'm going to explode every time I think about it. Thank you, James.
Your girlfriend is a sociopath, and you need to get out before her mental torment of you becomes physical and she fucking kills you. Because that is a reasonable possibility of somebody who has that little of a conscience. That is an actual, reasonable, realistic responsibility. That someone who is that okay with hurting you on a long-term basis, mentally, would one day be okay with hurting you physically. There's also 4 billion women in the world. You're gonna be fine.
Dear James, how do I tell a delusional old man who is over 100 years old that he's not actually 82? That he's 100, and his ADHD is not actually ADHD, but extremely severe dementia due to too much fast food on a regular basis?
Sounds like you've been reading books, you fucking nerd. Sounds like you've been reading books, you fucking nerd. You stupid dork. How about you go fuck yourself, huh? You fucking book nerd. You fucking... Hey, look at... Hey, fellas! Look at this guy! He's reading books! Look at this guy!
Dear James, I have a crazed neighbor who climbs up a ladder and through my window every night. I'm unsure of what his name is, but he knows mine all too well. He keeps repeating it as he stares down at me in bed. An impressive feat, considering the squealing and squirming squirrel firmly held between his teeth. He chants my name as though he's summoning some otherworldly force. The wind picks up and papers swirl around the room. I can feel my heart thundering in my chest, but I'm frozen under the covers, afraid of incurring the wrath of this deranged wizard. The chanting gets louder and the wind is howling in a dark glee. My eyes are firmly shut, but I can still feel the papers nipping at my arms and face like thin razors. That being said, my friend has a really thick ass and I just want to play bongos on it. I'm not into them sexually, I just really want to play their bongo drum butt. Like... How do I ask my boss for a raise?
Oh, you see, well, you just have to go in there and tell them that you think your performance is what was everything else you said? What was that? How did that lead into that question? Tell them that you work good. Okay. Tell them you work good. Okay. Let's take a question from the live chat. Spaceboy, can you please do better at screening these?
I like that one.
Okay. Whose show is it?
Yours?
Okay. So maybe do better at screening the questions. Let's take one from the live chat.
Oh, here's a good one. Dear James, hypothetically, how do you get away with murder? Not that I ever would murder someone. I'm not an up-and-coming serial killer. I'm just asking a known serial killer how he gets away with murdering roughly 13 people.
I don't like to hurt people. I was merely defending myself 13 separate times. It's a dangerous world out there, and you should know that. I am not a serial killer. I am not a murderer. I don't like to hurt people. However, sometimes people try to come at you and put you in your grave. And then the only thing to do is to defend yourself. 13 times. I hear their screams when I try to sleep. Next question, please. Okay. From the live chat, please. From the live. Let's take one from the live.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we just take one of the submitted ones.
Okay.
Dear James, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to share with you some exciting news that I've recently completed my studies and I'm now actively seeking employment. However, I must admit that I'm facing some challenges due to my anxiety and difficulty with social interaction. Although I'm in great need of a job, I find myself afraid of the prospect of searching for one. I'm reaching out to you because I hold your wealth of experience, 82 years of such, in high esteem. And I'm hoping that you could offer some guidance or advice on how to address my situation. Thank you, James, for taking the time to read my message, and I appreciate any insight you may have to offer. Sincerely, James.
What? You take my name? You take my name from me? And you expect me to offer you advice? You take my name? My name is James. It's okay. I understand. So many people in the world have to have multiple names. I understand. It's perfectly fine. I won't hold it against you. It's fine. It's okay. Well, it seems like your issue is social anxiety. Just know that nobody is thinking about you as much as you are thinking about you. Think about how little you think about the people you see out and about and communicate with on a daily basis. Who is the last stranger you randomly had a conversation with? Maybe you remember. Maybe you don't. I don't. I don't remember much at all. I don't remember my name. Wait a minute, it's James. You took my name, you son of a bitch. Don't ever come to this establishment again.
Okay. You wanna take another question, James?
Yes.
James, anything you...
Hey, that's my impression of you.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
Thanks.
James, you wanna... Let's how many... let's take a question, huh? Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Dear James, I want to ask this girl I like out on a date, but she doesn't have a house. How do I...
No. Next. Lots of perfectly good homeowners out there. Renters, subletters, even an apartment. No. Not worth it. Not worth it.
Are you discriminating against the homeless?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Next question, please.
Okay, let's take one from the chat. Let's take one from the chat. Oh, here's a good one. Dear James, how did you figure out the best way to order your famous heartbreaker? Your blood-covered face appears in my nightmares every night.
Oh, thank you. You see, I tried so many different iterations of the cheeseburger. I tried so many. So not good. Extra mustard, extra ketchup, and no mustard, no cream, extra onion. I tried so many. It took me 14 years to get the heartbreaker with cream and perfectly viable to eat with my mouth. So I guess my advice to you is just try new things, man. You never know which one is gonna find you to be very happy.
You never know which one is gonna find you to be very happy.
Yes.
James, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Ha. Next question.
All right. Okay. Dear James.
That was my impression of you again.
Dear James, what are your thoughts on dating a stripper?
Oh, well, I think, congratulations. Your girlfriend is hot. Very proud of you for this. However, this is very cool. You have found someone who is, as they say, a sex positive, and you should be delighted that your girlfriend is hot. Because, after all, that is the basis for true love. I wish to be invited to the wedding. Please. Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's very cool. Congrats on the hot girlfriend.
Oh, we got a good one here. Dear James, can you please explain how are you 82 years old when you were born in 1944? Also, if a woodchuck would.
Yeah. I was born in 1923. You need to work on your math. Maybe get a tutor. You know? Okay. Very cool. Let's take more questions, please. But I want to read them. You hear me? I want to read the questions. Not you.
Okay.
Okay. Dear James, I've been working as a pizza delivery person for around 5 months.
You already answered that one.
I really like driving here and I make decent money, but my coworkers are double my age.
You already answered this question.
And I feel like I have nothing in common with them. So when I try to talk to them, it can be weird and awkward. What would James do?
James, you straight up answered this question. You told him to feed the oldest employee there a frog to assert his dominance.
That sounds like me. You're right. I echo my own advice. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Ask James. I hope you are receiving my advice. I'm going to read some more questions now. Dear James, first of all, I want to ask you how you are doing. I'm okay, very cool. Thank you. We all know you are a genius. Yes, I'm genius. So I want your thoughts on something. There is a belief that everything is a hallucination and nobody can refute it. because nobody can prove that something was... Oh! Sorry, I'm hallucinating. Because nobody can prove that something is not a hallucination. What would you say? Is everything a hallucination, or is the world we live in real? What if you just imagined everything into existence and nothing is really real? And you did that because you were lonely. What if me asking you this question is you merely reminding yourself of the truth? Have a cool day. Very good question. I have asked myself this many times. I operate under the mindset that if I am hallucinating, then boy howdy, my brain is crazy. And if I am making all of these things appear real, then boy howdy, my brain is crazy. So if you are my hallucination, hello, what you like up there in my brain, huh? What you like?
Remember, Mel, I'm
Help?
watching you.
Please help me. Get me out of this, this hell. Oh wait, you're a hallucination. You can't do anything to save me. I am trapped in this mortal coil until the end of days, and perhaps beyond. Thank you for asking, Jane. I hope this has been helpful. Next question.
Dear James, I'm having trouble sleeping. Do you have any advice to help me get a restful sleep and calm my anxiety?
Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, next question.
James, are you going to answer his question?
I did. He said, do you have any advice? I said, I do. I have it.
Are you going to give it?
Oh, shit. Oh, yes. Make sure to, at the night, before the bed, stop looking at the screens. Make sure if any of the windows in your home have screens, you don't look at them. And then maybe watch a movie on your iPad or something. Next question. Oh, I like this one. Dear James, recently there was a spider in my car and I spent over 30 minutes trying to get rid of it in the middle of the night since I had to drive home. I was so scared that I almost pooped myself. Anyway, any advice with how to get rid of my fear of spiders? Or how do I catch him without pissing myself? Sincerely, a scared little bitch. I did not add that last bit for fun, that's how they referred to themselves. Well, if you are having a fear of spiders, it means that your brain is locked into the evolutionary train of over 1,000 years ago, when human society was ruled by spiders. There was a spider king and a spider queen. Over time, we vanquished the Spider King and the Spider Queen and their army, and we converted them into burgers, cheeseburgers. That is why we have a restaurant known as Burger King. Burger King was made as a monument to mocking the former Spider King. So just know that you are afraid of an ancient civilization that we have conquered over 1,000 years ago. So your fears are irrational. The spiders will never uprise again. And if they do, we have assault weapons that you can buy in Walmart. Don't worry.
Okay. That was actually among the more unhinged things you've said. Dear James, what do I do if my boss is being a complete asshole every day, specifically to me? I don't want to quit my job over it, but it may end up having to be that way. I hope this reaches you well. Thank you.
It reached me well. It did. It did. It really did, I swear. It reached... I hurt my neck. It reached me well. Now, I'm sorry that your boss is being a real bozo to you, man. That's bullshit, man. You should tell him to take a freaking hike, man. Take a walk. Hey, bozo. Hey, bozo. Take a walk. Tell him to take a walk. You ain't gotta quit. You just gotta tell him to take a walk. And maybe your boss will look at you and go, oh man, telling me to take a walk? Huh. Maybe he's right. Maybe my behavior is bullshit. Maybe I need to take a walk. And then maybe he'll go take a walk, and maybe he'll walk down to the local pond. There'll be some ducks in that pond. He'll feed them. He'll find his zen, he'll find his calm, and he'll look longingly into the distance and he'll say, man, I've been a real bozo lately, man. I've been mean to my employees. I've been a real piece of meat. I've been a real piece of meat. And then maybe he'll come back to the office and put his hand on your shoulder and be like, hey, I'm real sorry I was a bozo to you, man, but I fed some ducks. You're alright in my book, and that's when you look up at him and you headbutt him square in the nose and say, fuck you, I quit. Next question.
James, I think my girlfriend is cheating on me. What should I do?
Go down to the DMV. Ask for a driving test. When you're taking the test, sit down. Make sure you are sitting down. Pull out your cell phone and start Googling the answer. Now, you have gotten back at her because you have also cheated. This makes you even, and you are now on the same moral playing field. And you can move on with your relationship. And if it ever happens again, just do the same thing. The DMV may stop giving you tests. However, if you explain to them the situation, it's entirely possible that they will be accommodating. Thank you. Thank you for asking, James. Next question, please. Dear James, I've been looking for a new place for quite a while, and I have a couple choices. One is very nice, but it's fairly expensive, and another is okay, but cheaper. Which house do you think I should choose? Well, you know what they say. You can fuck McDonald's, or you can fuck Five Guys. Five Guys is gonna be more expensive, but you're gonna fuck what you pay for. So in your condition, you're probably gonna fuck what you pay for. I'd fuck the more expensive house. Maybe that makes me materialistic. Maybe that makes me just a weird guy, you know? Maybe that makes me a little superficial, but I would fuck the more expensive house. Probably better plumbing. Next question, please.
James, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Look, I'm a fish. Look, I'm a fish.
You're mentally ill.
Yes. Dear James, as someone who's always up to no good, a silly little guy, have you ever thought about becoming a professional prankster? I heard there's a lot of money in YouTube pranking these days. Plus, you could finally put all that trolling experience to good use. Asked by ChatGPT. You are artificial. am not a trickster. I'm goofy. I do like a goofy little prank from time to time. However, I don't know if I am, how you say it, enough of a sociopath to be a professional YouTube prankster. Also, I think it is incredibly likely that if I was being a YouTube prankster, somebody would shoot me in response to one of my pranks, and it would be hard for me to try to preserve myself because I would feel like I may have it coming. You know, I've done some pretty goofy pranks. There was that time I shot down a helicopter as a surprise. I've done some pretty foul pranks. You know? Yeah, just so you know. Dear James, hello. Why are you at my telephone? I need marijuana. I need it. I need it. I need it. Give it to me now. I need it. Oh. Who is filtering these questions? We have a filthy bohemian hippie piece of shit trying to communicate with me. I don't want any more of that. Be gone from me, you little bitch. Do heroin like a real man.
You want to answer more questions, James? We got a whole spreadsheet full of them. Like 200 plus questions.
I will answer all of them.
Oh, this is a good one. It's not really advice, but it's a good one. Dear James, when are you making a SoundCloud?
I don't have any face tattoos. I will probably upload my music to Spotify. They make you, on SoundCloud, upload a picture of yourself with face tattoos. And if you don't have the face tattoos, they don't let you make an account. So we'll probably go Spotify for distribution.
Dear James Allison Randall, I'm in need of a yearbook quote. Did yearbook quotes exist when you were in school? If so, what was yours? Do you have one for when I can use for when I graduate in June? Yours truly, James Randall fan number 5672.
I don't think there's that many of them. Okay, let's talk turkey. My yearbook quote in 1941? My yearbook quote in 1941 was, let me see if I can remember. I remember. It was something along the lines of, life's a house, man. Just fuck it. I was a little bit of a rabble-rouser. They would not let me print the fuck word in my yearbook, but I did it anyway because I was on the yearbook team. We were the competitive yearbook team. We made it all the way to states, and then we lost in varsity. You know, when the local Catholic school had a stronger yearbook team than ours and beat ours half to death. Kevin did die. Kevin was beaten to death with a yearbook, and I don't know. It was crazy, you know. Crazy times. But we almost made it to varsity yearbook. If I could give you a quote to use for your yearbook, it would be, I'm just trying to live my life. Hey man, good luck out there. And thanks for asking James. I like this question. This is one of these nice to me. Dear James, hello. Hope you are doing well. You are a man of the highest intellect, so I would like to ask for advice. I'm in my 20s, and I'm currently in the process of changing up my sexual habits. I've been really debating what types of houses I want to fuck. As you are so well versed in the topic, what is your favorite type of house to have coitus with? And what would you suggest a house virgin start with? Thanks so much in advance for your amazing and life-altering advice. It does me proud to see more of the millennial generation finally taking part in house fucking. I know there is this belief that, oh, the baby boomers, they ruined the economy, so nobody can buy a house anymore, and that may be true. However, you can fuck it. And if that's the closest you're going to get, that is good. And I wish you the very best. I say, go on to Zillow and start exploring. Search for homes near you and just go crazy, man. Go crazy, man. Go crazy. Look at everything. Look at studios. Look at 1 bedroom. Look at 2 bedroom. And see whichever one makes you the tingliest. For me, it would be a hillside mansion. That's for me. I wish you good luck in your house fucking adventures.
Dear James, I'm writing you today to say it has been such a very long time since I last saw you. When we saw each other last, you were drinking milk from a wee little bottle in a small apartment in New York. Anywho, enough reminiscing about the good old days. The real reason I'm writing to you today is not nostalgia, no. When you left for the West Coast, you took my cat with you. Where the fuck is he? What did you do with Juno? For the love of God, bring him back this instant. I hope you're well. Your little sister, Percival.
I am an only child. You are mentally deranged. That is my cat, who I found on my own, fair and square, in my sister Percival's living room. Finders keepers, okay? Finders keepers.
Dear James, this is your ex-house writing. You're late on your child support payments for our son, Jimmy. You know I can't afford to look after the little studio apartment on my own. You don't want him to be... I don't know. The spreadsheet is broken. I can't read the rest of it. It just says you don't want him to be up. Also, I have someone new in my life, and he cleans my gutters real good like you never could. He's great with Jimmy, too, and treats him as his own. Thank you so much, your ex-house.
Well, if there's anything I know, it's that there's abundancy in real estate. You are not a commodity. You are merely one of many. Tell Jimmy, chin up, kid. Maybe I'll come to your graduation or whatever.
Dear James, are you inside my walls?
Oh, yes. I've gotten that question many times. The answer is yes.
Dear James, I'm currently in college and I've modeled my life after you, but I'm having a hard time. All of the other students pick on me for my tall pants, but they don't understand. Sincerely, Archibald Scrimshaw.
Oh my god. Don't they know that high-waisted pants are in fashion? They just don't understand, man. Parents just don't understand. Hey, all those kids in your class making fun of your pants, they got parents. And parents just don't understand, man. Hey, thanks for asking James. Thanks for asking James for advice, which is what you're meant to ask for on this show. You know, because this is a show about James giving advice. It even has, that's literally the Calirisha Explains It All logo. You know, like an advice show. Yeah. Thanks for asking James for advice. Very cool. Thanks. Really cool. Thanks. Hi. My name is James Randal, and this has been Ask James. Very cool.
Are you done?
I have to.
I thought you were all sealed up down
Yeah. That's what. I wish to go now.
there. Yeah?
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
To 1985.